everyone, this is Connie with Constantly Stamping. Today we're going to make this fun chevron card, so let's get started. The first thing we need is the Tape It stamp set. We're going to use this particular piece right here, and I'm going to set that aside. Now I've already got it on my clear block, and I'm going to use Tangerine Tango and ink that up. And then I'm going to stamp it onto some Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to do that probably 7 or 8 times. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing with the Melon Mambo stamp pad. And once I've done that, I'm going to take it to my trimmer and I'm going to just trim off this very edge, just inside that little line right there. So I've already done that, and I have all my strips cut right here. So next I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and you might want to tape this down to your board just a little bit. I'm just going to put a piece of washi tape here, and maybe just right there. That keeps it from sliding around. Next I'm going to take my snail adhesive and I'm just going to cover one end, and then we'll add more as we need it. So I'm going to start with my first chevron, and I'm going to, I'm going to have the chevron, the arrow pointing down. I'm just going to line that up over on the edge. Next I'm going to take a piece of the Melon Mambo, and this time I want the arrow pointing up, and I'm going to line it up so that the solid parts touch and the white pieces touch. See right here? Now I need to add just a little more snail. And I'm going to take the Tangerine Tango piece, make sure it's pointing down, line up the edge. Whoops. It's really sticky. Line that up. And then I'm going to keep going until I have the entire piece, not the entire piece, but just enough to cover the front of my oops, make sure you have it going the right direction. I'm going to keep going, and we'll add our last strip right here. Okay, now I'm going to take this and trim this down to go onto the front of my card, and I'll be right back. Okay, next I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply some adhesive along the edges. I'm just going to glue this down. To our card front, and then when we're finished we'll come back and trim off that edge. Next I've cut 2 strips of Tangerine Tango cardstock. I'm just going to put a thin bead of Tombow adhesive and just lay that up against the edge right there. Do the other one. Okay, so here we are. I have trimmed the bottom edge just to clean it up. And if you have any stray adhesive, this would be the point where you might want to go and clean it up a little bit with your adhesive eraser. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side. Next we're going to use a couple of stamps from the set Chalk Talk. We're going to use this this stamp and the There's You stamp. So I've already got those mounted. And you're going to stamp it twice in Old Olive ink. And then we're going to stamp this once in the Marin Mambo ink. I already have two of those stamped. What you're going to do is then take your coordinating Chalk Talk die, and then I use just a little bit of washi tape to hold my die to my cardstock, and make sure you have the cutting edge down. This side should be smooth. Okay, I've cut two of these, and then also two additional pieces with old olive cardstock. And then I'm going to use I believe this is the wide oval punch. I'll put it up here on the screen. And line that up and punch that out. So now we have all the pieces that we need to make the focal point. Now I'm going to take this piece, cut it in half on both of these. Use your snail and put some snail on the back of these. Then just attach that to the back. And try to have about the same distance on both sides. Now it's just a matter of laying those across from on top of each other, crisscross. Now this is a really fun technique because you can do all kinds of different patterns. So let me show you. Here's some that I did where all of the arrows are going one direction. And then here is one where they are going the opposite direction. Then you can stagger them, or so that the white touches the solid and the solid touches the white. I mean, there's all kinds of little patterns that you can make. Just depends on what look you're going for. So that's today's card, and I hope you liked it, and thanks for watching.